Hey, what's up? It is your guy, MarcMyWords, coming back to you with another Q&A session, bro. So today, got a couple questions or a couple topics from a couple guys that emailed me at coachmark22@gmail.com. And he just, sent in a few submissions, a few things they needed some answers or advice on. So we're going to get to that today. So now if you like the situation, if you like the questions, if you like the answers, if you like the way that the video is flowing, please hit the like and subscribe button, bro. That lets me know that I'm doing the right thing, bringing you the right content for the right reasons, and I'll do more of it. All right. Now, if you think that the video would provide some help for someone else, someone that you're close to, someone else you're cool with, go ahead and share the episode, bro. A lot of times, guys, we get lost in everything that we're doing for other people, and we don't share things with our brother man, with our neighbor, with our coworker that could help them in life. And if we're not there to help them, bro, what type of friend are we? All right. So make sure you share the episode with somebody you think might get value from it. All right. Now, question number one today, bro. I am having problems with self-confidence lately. I feel as though I don't make enough money and I haven't acquired enough assets to be confident right now. That's crazy, bro, because I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of us go through those type situations. Now, obviously, he didn't add enough details to say what his age was, where he's at in his career, maybe a marriage, or breakup, or divorce. Could all point toward why his assets aren't where they need to be or where he thinks they need to be. So his self-confidence is being hurt. Now, honestly, I don't think your self-confidence should be built on material items anyway, bro. Because material items can be taken away. Material items can be taken away, bro. So if you're basing all of your confidence or all of your self-worth on things that can be taken by another man, bro, you're allowing your self-confidence to be dictated by other people. All right. So I would never let what I've acquired pour into my self-confidence. Does it help? All right, listen, we all like to leave the house and get in a nice car every day, bro. We all like to put nice jewelry on. We all like to look at our bank accounts and see a big number, okay? But your real self-confidence, okay, number one, is about how you feel about you, not what others feel about you. So, bro, you don't need a nice truck to feel good about yourself. Again, if you're already feeling good and you get into a nice truck, it makes your day a little bit brighter than you getting in a beater. But bro, what really makes you feel good about yourself is, do you like what you see in the mirror, health and fitness? Do you like how you treat other people, respect? Do you like how you show up for others in need, volunteer work? Do you like how you show up for your partner, relationships? Have you been doing what you're supposed to do in your spiritual walk, bro? Spirituality. Those are all things that you have control over that make you feel good about yourself when you're excelling in those areas. I talk about that in the book on masculinity, bro. We have all these areas that are under our control that actually make us happy. And bro, normally nobody can take it away from you, especially if you're focused on it. I guarantee, bro, if you liked what you look like in the mirror, meaning aesthetically, meaning are you working out? Do you look healthy? Are you eating correctly? I guarantee that would make you have higher self-confidence. I guarantee if you were showing respect to everybody at your job, even the guy that's the janitor, right? And you were getting it back, that would make you feel better about yourself. I guarantee, bro, if you had a nice circle of friends, man, that you do positive things with and you guys uplift each other, man, and you learn things from them and they actually care about you, bro, I think that would make you feel good about yourself. So, bro, the assets, the money, the big houses, the vacations, they add to your happiness. They don't take you from being unhappy to happy. They're not going to take you from having low confidence to now you have high confidence. And if it does, bro, it's a false sense of confidence. Because once again, this stuff can be taken. It's like a lady who wears a lot of makeup, bro, and a wig. If she has to take all that stuff off, which she probably has to at the end of the night, does she feel as good about herself as she did when she left out the door today? So get cracking on building yourself up with the things that no one can take away from you, bro. And you will see your confidence start to rise automatically. Now, if you're this guy and you feel like you need help with a lot of these things, right? And you're not getting where you want to be in life and your self-confidence might be in the gutter right now. and you need some one-on-one attention, bro, go down to the description, book a call with me. We'll see if we need to establish a relationship, bro, and try to get you on a plan to get yourself together a little bit more in the area of self-confidence. It might be fatherhood. It might be some things you need help with in your relationship. Either way, go down to the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the line, do what we do, all right? So, another one. My kids currently have a new stepfather who they don't seem to respect very much. I don't think he is a very admirable man, but they need to show him love and respect anyway. How do I encourage this? That's a deep one. That's a deep one. And thanks for emailing in, bro. Again, coachmark22@gmail.com. You can email your submissions in. Now, this is a tough one because a lot of us have dealt with separated households, okay? So, number one, a lot of us, live in that fear of them having the wrong stepfather, right? An abusive stepfather, perhaps. A stepfather who has vices he has no control over, or even it being a revolving door. With your kid's mother. So there are a lot of fears that come with having a separated house, having children in separated households, right? So it's a good thing that they have a stepfather. That means she got married. That means it's a long-term relationship, okay? So that's a plus right there. As far as it comes to the respect, right? So a lot of guys they find themselves in this position where they're trying to get their kids to treat stepfather like they treat you. The problem is, bro, you can't hide a lot from kids. Kids, this is the thing. Kids don't have a lot going on in their lives, right? You ask a kid what they did today, they'll tell you they ate lunch, they went to gym class, they got like 2 things of homework to do. That's all that's going on in their lives. Meanwhile, you might be stressed out about your mortgage, your insurance going up on your car, your aunt is sick, your mom keeps bugging you about going on a family vacation, your wife wants a new ring. Like, it's all these things that's going on, bro. So when we see people, we will miss a lot of points that kids won't. Because kids' minds aren't as jumbled and as filled up as ours, right? You're trying to get them to accept this man despite of a number of things that he might do, right? But bro, if they've come up all their lives, they've seen you. You've been the example of a father. So if he's coming in lower than that in the fatherhood department, and bro, guess what? He might be a cool dude, but he might not clean up after himself. He might be a cool dude, but maybe he drinks and you don't. He might be a good guy, but bro, you taught your son how to shoot basketball. He doesn't even know how to play basketball. So you want them to treat him as well as they treat you. But the problem is, bro, they see chinks in his armor. They see holes in his character, perhaps. They might witness him fighting with their mom a lot, just arguing. You know what I mean? No abuse, but just arguments, right? They might see that he drives a little fast, or he doesn't wear a seatbelt, or he's not very intellectual, his language, right? You can't hide these things from kids. You cannot. So although they should respect him, 100%, because he's just a grown man. And obviously he's paying bills in that house, bro, so he's helping take care of them. So they should respect him. The problem is, bro, listen, if he's less than the type of man that you are, bro, it's going to be hard for them kids to ever look at him the same way they look at you. It just is. Because if you're excelling in a lot of areas, bro, and you're doing your thing and your health is on point, bro, and you got a nice circle of friends and you're involved in volunteer work, bro, he might not be super proficient in any of those areas. So although he may be nice, although he may be paying bills in that home, they're looking at him like my dad's A level and you're B level. And you're not my real dad. It's bad enough he's not their biological dad. But, bro, you can't hide these things from kids. So I'm with you. They should respect him 100%. And you have to push that because guess what, guys? You got to respect all human beings. If you can't respect a human being, you shouldn't be around him. But I guarantee he's not doing enough for them to not be able to respect him at all. But you have to come to grips with the fact that they may never look at him the same way they look at you, bro. Probably not. And we see this a lot. We always look at women and think that they upgrade. Like, oh, she divorced one guy and she's like, what do you guys think? It's always going to be a better guy the next time? Sometimes it's not even close. Okay? Not even close. So I admire you for even taking that on. Taking on that challenge to get them to, act a little different with step pops. Now, that's a tough job to do also, and we don't scoff at that, right? Because a lot of us are stepfathers. But you have to understand, they are going to judge him on his daily habits. And bro, you'd be surprised. And a lot of times it's just what guys don't do, meaning like, oh, every day he just gets off work, he takes off his work boots, he plops in front of the couch and he sits there for 4 hours watching sports. Harmless, but at the same time, nothing to admire. You understand what I mean? So keep trying to be the best father you can. And actually, what you can show them is that although this man is with the woman I used to be with, I respect him, and I'm going to continue to have a somewhat of a friendship with him, and show them how to operate in that dynamic, because they might be in that dynamic at some point in their lives. You know what I mean? So that was a good submission. I appreciate that, bro. Now, if you like the content on this video, if you think that you have somebody that might benefit from the content, please share this with them, bro. A lot of times guys are going through things, and when we get sent a video, we're forced to listen. We can't talk. And when you're forced to listen, you then have to digest the information and process it. And maybe now, oh, wow, maybe I have a few new tactics that I can use in my own life. And it could really help, bro. So share the episode. It takes 5 seconds. So next one, man. I really want to get back into working out. I don't have time in the morning. I get to work at 7 a.m., but I'm feeling really drained when I get off at 5. What do you think I can do to increase my energy or change things up a bit? That's a great question, bro. Let me tell you something. Your health should be your number one priority at all times. Your health should be your number one priority at all times. The good thing about your health is all of us are going to eat today, and that's 75% of it. Some people say 70, some people say 50. I say it's about 75% of it is what you're eating, the times of day you're eating, right? The amount of food that you're eating. We're all doing that anyway. So you don't have to take extra time out of your day to eat. That's going to be 75% of you maintaining a healthy and well-maintained body, okay? Now, the working out, that's a huge part of it. But again, that's part of the 25%. Bro, you only need, I'm telling you, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And because your health is your top priority, it doesn't mean it has to take up a bunch of your time. That's the beautiful, beautiful thing about health and wellness. Anybody that's in great shape will tell you, even if they work out twice a day, even if they spend 4 to 5 hours in the gym, they know most people can't afford to do that, okay? There's just not enough time in a day. And a lot of people don't want to do it that way. Bro, there has been people who have gotten in awesome shape exercising 30 minutes per day. And 2 or 3 of those days, it's walking. You can get almost 2 miles done in 30 minutes, bro. I'm telling you, it doesn't take that much time. So I get it. You got to be to work at 6. Now, I will tell you this. Your whole day will change if you start to get some workouts in the morning. And what you hear guys say a lot of times is, oh, I'm going to start getting up at 4:30, Mark. I'm going to the gym every day. It's going to be awesome. But, bro, listen to me. If you've been getting up at 5:45 for 10 years straight, it's going to be hard for you to get up at 4:45. That's your circadian rhythm, sir. And it's important that you keep that intact. So you have to, first of all, dial it back in increments. So, bro, you can start out with doing a 30-minute workout, either in your basement, in your backyard, in your garage, or the fitness center in your building. Okay? Those are 4 options. Get up with enough time, right? So if you're getting up at 5:45 and you're taking a shower before you go to work, bro, just get up at 5:15, 5:10. That's not that hard to do, right? A little half an hour. And I'll tell you this, and get a 30-minute workout in, okay? 30 minutes. And bro, that could be setting your timer on intervals. Everybody has intervals on their phone. Yeah, everybody has an app where you can download an app where they have intervals, like it specializes in intervals, workout intervals. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And do that for 30 minutes. Jumping jacks, 30 seconds, 30-second rest. Body weight squats, 30 seconds, 30 seconds off. Now, bro, there's tons of workout plans that you can get on. Let's be clear about that. I'm just giving you a simple one that you don't need equipment for and that you can easily start tomorrow, okay? Do it a couple times a week, bro. Listen, again, you've been waking up at a certain time for 10 years. If you start changing this time and you try to do it every day right away, it's going to be hard. So although I don't I don't prescribe having a staggered wake up time, for right now, as you're trying to build the habit, just do it every other day. Every other day. Okay? You'll start to see the results. Now, what you'll start to see is a lot of these days, you have more energy throughout your day. And when you get to 5 o'clock on the way home, now your energy level is higher. It's weird. Listen, there's a ton of science behind it. Okay? But everybody's body is different. So everybody reacts to the morning workout differently. Some people will say, oh, I have more energy throughout my morning and I crash at 1 o'clock. Some people will say, I don't have as much energy in the morning, but I then have an energy spike in the early afternoon. That's what happens sometimes. Everybody's metabolic rate is different. Your weight is different than the next man. Your height is different. So everybody's body is different, bro. But working out in the morning, to me, helps because you feel good. You feel accomplished. All day long, you feel like you did something. So when you come home, a lot of times, you will hear guys say that they're more likely to work out in the evening when they've done something in the morning. Weirdest thing in the world. But let's just say that's you, right? You start realizing, all right, I'm doing these 30-minute workouts 3 or 4 times a week in the morning before I go to work. I'm having more energy when I get home. If that is the case, I would say take a walk then, 5, 6 o'clock, right? Preferably after you eat dinner. Take that walk, that 30-minute walk, and maybe the next day you don't do anything. You just stretch. Just stretch, all right? But what you have to understand is that getting in something in the first part of your day helps your cortisol levels, bro. Get your blood flow going. Your circulatory system benefits largely by you getting in movement before you get your day going. I think, honestly, you just feel better as a person. You just feel better, okay? So you're going to feel more accomplished. You're going to feel like you got something out the way. And what happens is you're not stressing about that afternoon workout, because a lot of people are stressing about that afternoon workout from after lunch all the way till they get to the gym. Think about that, bro. That's 4 hours of stress, sometimes 5. 5 hours that your cortisol levels are up just because you're not, you know you got to get in there and work out and your energy might be low. So I would say, great example would be, let's just try 3 days a week. You get up 30 minutes earlier, outside, down in the basement, in the backyard, in the driveway. Get in 30 minutes of movement, bro, intervals, so that you can, go hard for 30 seconds. You can rest, go hard for 30 seconds. You can rest. Bro, that's high knees. That's jumping jacks. That's body weight squats. That's push-ups. That's some sit-ups. That's high knees. Bro, it's a lot of things you can do. Running in place, jump rope. So many things you can do. I've seen people just jump straight up in the air, bro. Put your hands in the air and just jump for 30 seconds and then stop. Because right now you need to just move. You understand? So, but getting in something early does a lot for your mindfulness, bro. And that's what it's about. So you'll see yourself start to have some extra energy after you get off. And then also too, then even if you do the opposite, okay, some Monday I work out in the morning, Tuesday I work out in the evening. Wednesday I work out in the morning, Thursday I work out in the evening. You can stagger it that way. And I'm telling you, you'll have a lot more confidence going into those evening workouts because you'll feel a lot more refreshed and you feel like you got something done the other days. All right. I think that's going to work out for you. Now, if you have a similar story or a similar topic, question, something like that you want me to put on a Q&A video like this, email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is Coach Mark with a C, 22@gmail.com. All right. Put your submission in. Obviously, I will anonymously put your question or topic up and we'll get to it, bro. All right. Now, last one for today. I just found out that my mother didn't know exactly who my father was when I was born. It was between my father and another man. When my father was confirmed, they vowed to keep it a secret. Since I have found out from my older sister, it's making it very hard for me to respect my mother. Brother, that's a tough one. I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. That's very tough. All right. So what I'm taking from what you said is that your mother was unsure of paternity when she birthed you. And it's been years. She knew there were 2 men involved, but it's been years and years and years. You realize that, your father was confirmed, obviously, but your mother did not know. She kept it a secret from you, and you're finding it very hard to respect her as a woman because of this. So, tough situation. Now, understand something, fellas. We all been there. We all been at an age where we didn't even realize our mother had sex. Think about that. There was a time in your life where you didn't realize that your mother is sexually active, either presently or before, right? It wasn't until you get a little bit older that you realize, oh, wait a minute. My mom had sex with my dad, at least just had sex with him, right? And so things start to open up about moms because that's not portrayed as much in society. We don't talk about what mom used to do, what mom does now. Just her sexual activities is not something that's put on Front Street too much, right? So when you realize that, you start to get a little older, you mature, you realize, okay, my mom did have sex, she was sexually active, or she is sexually active now, okay? So that's a shock to the system. But you start to learn that she is a real human being and that she went through things too, right? So when you look back on your past, a lot of time, guys, we want mom to have had a perfect past. Harsh reality is, bro, number one, nobody's perfect, but for you to expect your mother to be perfect, that's a little harsh, right? Expectations are a little harsh. And a lot of times it takes us to go through us having our own kids. And then we're like, oh man, I wonder if that's what my mom was going through. I wonder if that's what my dad was going through. I wonder if, they were in those same type situations. I wonder if that's why, things seem, that explains why she was what she was, perhaps, or things ended up the way they ended up. Maybe she was going through the real life stuff that I'm going through right now as well, right? So, okay. There were two men involved in this situation. So you got two issues, right? So number one, bro, it just so happens your mom was having sex with two men at the same time. I know it seems weird, bro, and how dare she, right? Most of the time, she was ending things with one guy and getting started with another. Most of the time, if women have a paternity issue, they were ending things with one guy and starting things with another. So, guy that she was talking to for 5 years or in a relationship with or whatever, right? They still get together from time to time and have their fun. January 1st, they have fun together. She's already dating slightly the new guy, but obviously isn't to a point where she wants to have sex with him yet. By January 30th or 31st, she has sex with him the first time, perhaps. A lot of times that's how it goes down. So it's not like she's having sex back to back, having sex with one, having sex with the other, going back to the other. A lot of times it's not like that. More or less, we hear that it was one at the beginning of a 30-day cycle and the other one at the end, right? And 3-4 weeks can seem like a lot because even that January 1st encounter could be an encounter that was mainly just sexual, and she might not have seen him for months. She might not have seen him for 2-3 months. And it was just, hey, I just want to have some fun. He came over, we had fun, boom, he left, right? And that could have been like closing the door on that situation. And then in those next couple of weeks, she starts liking the new guy a lot more, which in this case was your father, right? Okay. So father was confirmed, but they figured we're going to keep this secret. Now, what's crazy is you talked about your older sister. Those of us who have older siblings know, the older siblings know things that you don't know, bro. Anytime you go to them and ask them, sir, you be like, whoa, when did that happen? Or how did that happen? Yeah, because, bro, you were 8 years old. She was 12. You were 8. She was 15. Of course she remembers things you don't remember. Because at 8, you were worried about waking up on Saturday morning and watch cartoons, bro. She's dealing with real life situations. She had her license. You know what I'm saying? So she remembers and she, knows that that your mom kept it a secret. Now you're having issues respecting your mother. Bro, listen, I truly understand you 100%. Because what we have in our culture is people give moms an excuse. Like no matter what, oh, she had to do what she had to do. Oh, you don't know her situation. Oh, maybe she was a little bit confused or scared, right? But that doesn't change your feelings, meaning no matter what she was going through, bro, you still feel some type of way that there was a discrepancy. And a lot of people will look at you and say, why does it matter? She knows who your real father is. Why does it matter? Well, it does matter to you. And it's okay to feel some type of way. You're okay to feel some type of way. It's when you take your feelings into action that becomes a problem. It's okay to feel some type of way. It's okay to feel some type of way that she kept it a secret. But bro, there's probably a lot of embarrassment. I mean, for a woman, that's not cool. You know what I mean? That's not cool. And there's a lot of things that are embarrassing for guys. So when it happens to us, we're not on the first thing smoking to tell everybody about it. So maybe that's something she took to the grave. Like, I'm not telling nobody if I don't have to, right? So I can understand why she kept it. Now, as far as your respect for her, bro, you have to understand where she was at, what was going on, and also understand that was a different time. If you're writing in, bro, you're probably at least 30 years old, right? That means it was at least 30 years ago. Bro, like, it's 2025. You talking about like the 90s. Bro, like, that's if you're 30. You might be 40 something. You ain't say your age in the joint, but like, this might have been the 80s, bro. And bro, times were different. They were. Now, I'm not telling people just running around doing things whenever they felt like it. But trust and believe, it's not the same as what it is today. You couldn't get in touch with people like you can today. There was no social media. Technology wasn't what it is today, right? And also, depending on her situation at the time, man, you just don't know what type of mental space she was in at that time. So I feel like when you lose respect for somebody, it's hard to get it back. I'm just urging you to sit down and talk with your mother and say, hey, yo, what was going on back then? What was going on that you didn't know? Or what was going on that you were dealing with two dudes at the same time? Or, you know, were you trying to be with the first guy? And like, what happened? Bro, she could have been intoxicated one of them nights. And if you old enough, you already know you done had some nights where you was intoxicated, bro, and it just went down. And you might not have ever done that again. But that night it happened. You understand what I mean? So for you to, you know, you don't want to pass judgment before at least finding out the story, giving her a chance to tell you what could have been going on. And as far as respect, bro, again, when you hear somebody's story and you give them a chance to tell their side, then you can at least have the understanding. And a lot of times we can respect someone just off of understanding what they were going through. That's part of listening, bro. And we got to be good listeners, all right? But I wouldn't pass too much judgment too fast without hearing her side of the story. And also, too, bro, you don't want to be to a point where you're condemning your mother for something that happened 30, 40 years ago. Because if she could do it again, bro, she'd probably choose better. Got to be honest with you. And I got to be honest with y'all. That was a really good submission, bro. What we have to do more as men is talk about our feelings when it comes to deep issues like that. That's a deep issue. But it's nothing wrong with saying, y'all feel some type of way about this. What would be wrong is if you crashed out about feeling some type of way. But just wanting to get your feelings out, man, and talk to some people and get some advice, there's nothing wrong with that. So what happened was this young man emailed me at coachmark22@gmail.com, and he gave me his story. I was able to, you know, chop it down a little bit, put it into a question and get it on the Q&A. So if you are that guy, please do so, coachmark22@gmail.com. Now, what makes these Q&A videos good is when the viewers comment. Every question, every situation should come with a bunch of comments so that this guy who is anonymous can look at this and say, wow, all right, I never thought about it like that. Maybe I'll try that. Oh man, I was doing that too. I'm glad he said that. I'm not alone. The comments really help people, guys. And on top of that, you have to understand this video might be in rotation for 5, 10 years. So how many people will get something out of your comments? So make sure you take the time, comment in the comment box. Now, I will tell you again, if you are that guy having this issue and it doesn't seem like you're coming to a resolution, or you may have a plethora of other issues. If you feel like you need some one-on-one attention, bro, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on a Zoom and figure out if we need to establish a relationship that we meet once a week, twice a week, twice a month, once a month, whatever. Or you might need a therapist. You might need a nutritionist. You might need a family counselor. If that is the case, I will help you connect with some resources online or in your area. All right. But the point is, bro, to get better. Point is, bro, we got to get better. There is no man, no high achieving man in any country in the world, bro, that will tell you he is not trying to get better. That's why you see billionaires talk about making more money. And you're like, he doesn't have enough money yet? But bro, what's he going to do? Not try to get better? What's the point of living? So we got to get better as men, bro. That's what we got to do. So I appreciate you for tuning in with your boy in another Q&A session. It is your guy, Mark My Words. I'll be at you on the next one, homie.